telling stories about marginalized groups as this new phenomenon is something that only exists in the conservative history that they're creating. That's been going on for decades. The stories that are being adapted, these things were happening in like 1920s to like 1980s. Take a second to think about what was happening in our country when these books were written. This idea that we are just now trying to put all of these sort of political messaging in our stories, it isn't just like nonsensical, but it's also like historically inaccurate, as if there was a point in time where movies were just movies and that wasn't existing. But that's never been the case. People think that there are movies that don't have a message. And I think that's what's kind of bugging me. Every film that you watch has a message. Now, some of them might be more complicated than others.
Yeah, it's not always a political message.
Right. Pick a random movie. Home Alone. Face value, you could probably watch that and be like, oh, it's just a fun movie about a kid using his toys to take out people that are trying to break into his house. No, he was still feeling neglected from his family. They explored that in a lot of different ways, even with the older guy when they're in the church and then he's talking about the reconciliation, all of that. What's alarming for me is that it's creating the habit of rewriting history as something where different versions of art are apolitical. That I think has been concerning, because whether it's films, short stories, books, so much of how they have been used has been for sociopolitical means.